Hello, my name is Dale Wilhite. I'm right now living in Alpine, Wyoming. If you want to find anything about me, you can go to MySpace, Facebook, or Twitter, where I have accounts. This here is about the late founder of Planned Parenthood, Margaret Sanger, someone I know very well, or read a lot about her, and studied basically who she was and where she came from. This is not really a video about whether abortion is right or wrong. This here is to tell you the truth about who the founder is. Although it will require you, if you're interested, in doing your own research, which you can do right after you see this video, very easily. It's very simple to do. Finding out information about who Margaret Sanger was is relatively simple, and what she wrote. And what she wrote, is about as racist as it gets and as murderous as it gets. First of all, she was a devout socialist. That's a known fact. In her own writings, she makes that very clear that she is a socialist. She was a Nazi sympathizer. She did not like black people. She did not like Jews. She did not like Christians. She did not like missionaries. And you can go online very simply and read her writings. They're all over the internet. And her own words, like I say, her own writings convict her. Her own speeches convict her. What was known about her back then is known very well. The reason why you don't hear much about her anymore, or really have never heard much about her, especially with the left wing media and even the right wing media, it seems like, is because they don't want you to know the truth about her. When Planned Parenthood says that Margaret Sanger wasn't a racist and that she was a good person or something, they're lying through their teeth. But if you notice, they can't if they don't want you to read her writings. And so most of the media, along with the people at Planned Parenthood, have come, including our government, and that includes the conservative part of our government, have pretty much decided, well, we're just going to keep it quiet. It wasn't until the internet come along that finally we could find out something about who Margaret Sanger really was, because there were very few books out before the internet that would tell you about that, and nobody in the media was going to tell you about that because it was at that time dominated by the left wing, and the Barbara Walters and the Ted Koppels and the uh, Tom Brokaws and the late Peter Jennings. They don't want you to know who she is, and if you're a black person, they certainly don't want you to know who she is. But my suggestion is go online. Just simply go online. Look for the writings of Margaret Sanger and read what she has written. Read how racist that she was. Um, when it came to having children, her belief was, and this is in the Birth Control for Peace, A Plan for Peace, 1932, that couples should have to apply for an application or submit an application to have a child. She called black immigrants human weeds, and she basically just wanted to murder the black population. That's why you will find most abortion clinics in black neighborhoods. Now, of course, some racists would say, white racists that would say, well, that's because black women have a lot of black babies. Well, let me tell you something. I've seen a lot of babies born in other neighborhoods, white neighborhoods as well, especially in the South. So don't tell me that and actually even in Hawaii and in Las Vegas. It's not just limited to the South for sure. So that doesn't get it. No, the abortion clinics were set up to exterminate the black people. That's as simply as it is. Up to now, about 13 million black babies have been exterminated. You should look at a website called Black Genocide. It might pop right up at the top when you through Yahoo, and you ought to read what this black minister wrote. Uh, More children from the fit to the unfit. That's from the both control review. That's from the Birth Control Review of 1921. Basically, she believed, like Plato did, that only the strong should live, and that if a baby's born, retarded, not healthy, kill it, or kill it before it's born. The woman was just purely evil. And again, we here in America, the truth about who she was continues to be censored. So all I can do is challenge you. If you truly say that you're a person who believes, who's not a racist, if you're a person who believes in the truth, then do your own research on who she really was. Read her writings. What you're looking for is what she wrote. And then, of course, you want to check around to verify it, not just take it from one website. You want to look to make sure that this is not just somebody has written it in there claiming she wrote it. That's something you don't want to do. You have to be very, very careful and not just take it from one source. And again, just like what I say, don't take it as a fact. Research it. Do your own research. Just look it up yourself, and then you can come to your own conclusions. But this is something that most of the people in the media and the government don't want you to know. There is a genocide that is still taking place here in America, just like slavery is still quite prevalent in America, in my opinion, because we bring in illegal immigrants in here and work them like slaves, and pay them next to nothing. Kind of like Walmart a couple years ago got busted, some managers for hiring 3 Mexican ladies who would come in after 9 o'clock at night when Walmart closed, would work all the way to the time they opened up in the morning, I think it was, and would be paid $5 a night for work. All 3 of them, each $5. That was it. Uh, those people, those managers belong in jail for what they did. We still have a history of racism. We still have a history of slavery, and it still hasn't completely been exterminated from America. But what I don't understand about left-wingers is why they try to pass themselves off as peace-loving people, that they are not racist, and yet the abortion clinic and the founder Margaret Sanger is about as racist as you can get. She's one of the people the Nazis got the idea from to exterminate the Jews. You can look it up and you can research and you read all about it and how that came about. See, these things are not placed so much in your history books. I think some history books have it, but they barely even mention it because it's something that they want to censor. I don't know why black people were targeted, but it's coming from the left wing primarily, although there are right wingers and even Republicans that are for abortion. And, Harry Blackmun, it said that the late Supreme Court Justice Harry Blackmun, who wrote the opinion on Roe versus Wade, I think it was in 1973, was himself once a former Klansman. I haven't been able to verify that. But if he was a Klansman, that explains why he supports abortion, because he knows it's aimed mostly at black people. But of course, Margaret Sanger aimed it at poor people as well, at anyone that wasn't fit. So again, this is a very controversial subject, and I don't really care whether it makes you mad or not. That it just is irrelevant. The fact of the matter is, there's a truth out there, and those who are searching for the truth about something will research this very, very carefully, and not jump to the conclusion. Because like I met some women that you say abortion and you're against it, and all of a sudden they go absolutely crazy. And there's guys out there too, but they don't know what they're talking about. They haven't done any research. They just have bought into the lies, Planned Parenthood, that it's a woman's right. But they don't know the history of it. And remember, Hillary Clinton believes that or calls Margaret Sanger a hero. So does Diane Sawyer of ABC News, or she used to be of ABC News, one of Nixon's people. Well, she's not a hero. She was a racist. And for anyone to say she's anything different is a liar, because her own writings convict her. Her own writings, her own history proved that she was a demonic, demon-possessed woman. She was about as evil as they come. Her own writings convict her. If you try to go in a court of law and you say here, and somebody says that she's not, and somebody says she was, the evidence is overwhelming that she is. And those who believe that she is or know that she is can prove it. Do I think abortion is going to go away? No, it's not going to go away. As the world population increases, abortion is going to become more rampant, and eventually it will reach to the point where even here in America, people will be forced to have forced abortions because the population is exploding, and so it's going to be used for more than just what it is for now. And people will be targeted, just like I believe the UN. It's possible that the UN, I don't know for sure, allows people in third world countries to die because we have a population explosion and someone's got to pay the price. And if you're weak, you're poor, you don't have any money, you're an easy target. And you're the best person to kill off. Simple as that. Take it for what it's worth. Do your own research. If you get mad, I'm sorry, but there is certain truths that you can't do anything about. Only thing that really makes people on the left wing mad about this is they don't like such things being exposed. That's what they usually get mad about when you mention something like this. They don't want people to know the truth about Margaret Sanger. Thank you for your